Hello, 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 hello. Great, beautiful, blessed night. Great night. It is Friday night. What are y'all doing? Friday, get it? If you are here watching this and you don't know me, my name is Tennille Stewart. I help women who've been diagnosed with lupus go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. And it is May 16th, and May is Lupus Awareness Month. So that is what we'll be talking about tonight. Not only that, but I've been doing a live every single day in the month of May. So if you are seeing me, you should be on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Matter of fact, I could be doing these on Tickety Talkity, but someone remind me tomorrow. So tonight, we are talking about the cost of staying alive, which I guess can sound dramatic to somebody who's never been ill. However, the people who tend to have the best insurance are the people who do not need the insurance, and that is very frustrating to a person with lupus or a chronic illness. I am somewhat passionate about this because I had very rough bouts with insurance and doctor's appointments and that kind of thing. The most I've cried, maybe, has been over arguing with insurance companies and arguing with doctors and that kind of thing, because it's their job, not maybe doctors, but insurance. It's their job not to pay. Like, it's their job to find every loophole that there is in order not to pay for the care that you need, or to change things up so that they can save $1. I know people don't generally get into professions like that in order to scam people in that way or hurt people or whatnot. It's just that it is the nature of the beast, I guess, in the society that we live in. So there's a story that I have told a million times that I will reiterate here, that when I was moderately freshly diagnosed, not new, but I thought I had everything under control. I was taking, handfuls of medication every day. I thought that was my new normal, and I really didn't think about it because I've had so much insurance for so long, and I hadn't had a hiccup yet that was this bad. I was waitressing, and I was going to school, going to college. And one of the medications they had me on, because at the time the condition was the lupus was so severe, was Cellcept. The Cellcept is usually a cancer medication, a chemotherapy medication. However, they do a lot because they're doing their best to suppress the immune system. There's a cross section of cancer medication to lupus medication. Oh, why is this the wrong thing? So there we are. This is the correct one. So, so I was taking this medication, thinking nothing of it, taking handfuls of pills every day, and like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, doing my school, doing my work, and then there was a glitch in the insurance. I don't remember what it was or why or how, because there's a lot of times that your insurance will cover a certain medication, and then all of a sudden they switch and they don't cover that anymore. I don't know what the negotiations are or how that comes about, but it wasn't covered. I didn't actually, none of my medication was covered for like over 6 weeks, I think it was. And I was told that if I stopped taking any of these medications, my heart could stop and I could die. I would need to wean off of any of these medications. Super common medications that I was on was prednisone. Prednisone is one of those, if you're on a high enough dose and you just stop taking it, your heart will just stop. That's what they told me. Cellcept. They said it's a very dangerous medication. Do not miss my dosages. And I was taking 2 a day. Not until I had no insurance to cover it did I realize that each one of those pills, singular pill, was $150 because my insurance was paying it. I was paying a few dollars for picking up my medications. I was getting a big bottle of this medication, not realizing that this medication was $150 per pill. So I panicked. I don't think I told my parents yet. And I am working doubles nonstop. Okay. Mind you, I have schoolwork and whatever to do. Um, and I'm rearranging things so I could be there at this restaurant job all the days, picking up tables, busting my behind, stressing because I really think there's no way for me to pay for these pills that I have to take twice a day. So I'm genuinely, I made friends with, well, both my parents and I made friends with the pharmacist who's at a Stop and Shop pharmacy. I'll never forget. Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve's mom. Uh, we made friends with the pharmacy. And I was in there walking distance from my job, right? Like 2 parking lots away from each other in Yonkers, New York. I was walking from Applebee's to Stop and Shop to be able to buy the pills. And let me tell you, every day was not a day that I was taking it. So some days I was taking one. Some days I was not taking it. I was scared. I was scared I was going to just spontaneously die. And I told my parents, and then they were helping me. It was still not great. It was still a struggle. I still felt terrible. And the stress that it put on me aided in me not feeling well, right? So, like, we live in a country. I live in America. I'm in Georgia right now. I was in New York at that time. We live in a country where they do not, being sick pays people. Being healthy doesn't really put money in people's pockets. So they are cool with you staying sick and you only having enough medication, enough, just enough that they can have control of your entire life. I thought for a period of time that taking handfuls of medication was normal. And that's just how my life was going to be because that's what they told me. They're like, you will be on these pills for the rest of your life. We'll change them from time to time. This is what it is. So, in my mind, I didn't have any other options. Now that I'm aware that there are other options, I'm all about them, okay? Um, the common lupus medications, mind you, no cure yet, but the common lupus medications, if you can't take them, you get put on a whole cocktail of other medications, which is just crazy. So Plaquenil I used to be on, but that gave me headaches, so I had to get off of that. Cellcept I was on for a long time, and like the side effects of Cellcept if you're on it for a long time, even prednisone, terrible side effects that they don't tell you or talk about. They just put you on it. I'm the type that I read all of the things, so like I was informed and I was scared. I also was scared that that was the only thing that was going to save my life. So, but changing medications can also be to your detriment because maybe your insurance does not cover that specific medication, or you have to do a not the name brand, but like the off brand of that medication, and maybe you have an allergic reaction to that, even though it's supposed to be exactly the same. So like all of this is stuff that people who are walking around moderately healthy don't think about. They're like, oh, I take Tylenol or like Advil or whatever. No, when you're on heavy pharmaceutical drugs every day, religiously, as if and because they tell you your life depends on it, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a baseline of fear. You have fear of what the medication is going to do to you. You have fear of what this illness is going to do to you. And you exist somewhere in the middle, attempting to look like you're living a normal life. So, when you come across somebody with lupus, understand the balancing act that they're in right now, you have no knowledge of. You cannot understand what it feels like to have your health and medication as your top priorities and then the rest of your life. Tests for school, picking up the kids, husband, wife, whatever. All the other things are at their own cost. And then you have the cost of just staying alive, according to what the doctors are telling you. It is stressful. It is scary. It does not have to be. It does not have to be. It's a program that they created to keep us stuck there. They get money from us being that afraid of going out of bounds. So I just wanted people to be aware. Like there's a lot I can say about it. I could talk about this forever. Let me think of something else. So there's doctor authorizations. Lord, doctor authorizations. Two things I'll talk about, and I'll let this go. I will let this go. Doctor authorizations for certain medications. Like I was on blood thinners, injectable blood thinners, for years. I thought they told me I'd be on it for the rest of my life. I'm not right now. And I was traveling, and something happened that I couldn't get it, and I had to be emailing and calling and this and that. It's another thing where they were like, if you miss a dose, you could clot and die. You could stroke out and die. Mind you, when I did have a stroke, I'm pretty sure I was on blood thinners at the time. So like, but it didn't work anyways. Like, okay, cool, thanks. But I was so scared, emailing doctors, calling doctors. Oh, please, I'm in this state. Can somebody send over to this blah blah? I ended up having to walk into a hospital because they, I think, legally cannot deny you. And I had to tell them, like, I'm out of this blood thinner. It's this many hours since I've had it. I need this much, da da da, and I need it now. And they gave it to me. I think they contacted doctors in whatever state I was living at the time, and that's how it happened. So that fear, I'm sure that aided in the next flare up. Just being that afraid of like, I'm going to spontaneously die. My body's going to shut down. I'm going to get a blood clot. All of the things. It's scary. It is scary. I'm in Georgia now and waiting for, I've never waited so long for an appointment, a doctor's appointment in all of my life. And I've been in this chronic illness game for 20 years. Georgia is the South, and it is slow in every way. My grandmother too. My grandmother is 81, 82. And she had to wait for a doctor's appointment for like 6 months. I'm like, y'all really think old people out here just living every day to wait for this doctor's appointment? You're crazy. I don't know why their doctor's appointment takes this long to do. I feel like it might be the South. Like New York is wonderful for the speed at which you get to go into see somebody. And out here the care is supposed to be good. Florida is I was at like top hospitals. I was in East Countryside. I had like a suite. It was gorgeous. Had a couch. When I had my stroke. So there's a cost that people who are moderately healthy have no idea about. The point of this, besides just like spreading awareness of like, understand that people who have a chronic illness, specifically lupus, are under this other stress. Keep yourself healthy. If you do not have a chronic illness, if you've never been diagnosed with anything, please take the best care of yourself you possibly could. This is not a game. You do not want to be depending on the whims and wishes of a doctor or a nurse of anyone. God bless all of them, because I'm sure I know several who went into the career thinking they were going to save the world, and they got trapped underneath paperwork and insurance companies and like incentives that they didn't, want to ask for. So the medical system is broken. It's just broken. It just is. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed for the care that I have received. That has been really great. The friendships that I made with doctors and nurses that took care of me for months on end. People that we keep up with each other since I was in their hospital. However, I am aware, and I want people to really be aware. Stay out of the medical system if you can. And my Lupies, advocate for yourself. Tell them no. If you need to tell them no, tell them no. Have someone come with you to the doctor's appointments. Have someone come with you to the hospital. Don't let them take advantage of you because you're sick. Don't let them force things on you because you are sick. It's not right. And retroactively, there are things you can do. There are people you can talk to. It is scary when your body is completely failing and you are out there alone. It's only ever happened to me a small amount of time. Like, by the grace of God, I've had family with me all the time. One time I had a friend with me, and visitors all the time. So when you have visitors, visit your Lupies in the hospital. When you have visitors, they are more aware. They do not take advantage as much because they know people are watching them. Be aware, okay? That is episode 16, day 16 of Lupus Awareness Month. Got a little serious, got a little passionate. It's very scary, and people don't notice or take any care about it because it's not happening to them. And maybe I wouldn't either if I didn't have any stake in the game. This is very, very important. We need the advocacy. We need to change the policies. I'm going to talk about that one day. Get involved. Get involved. Advocate for others. Donate to the orgs, to the foundations, we have all the power in our hands. Staying well, donating the money for the research, advocating for yourself, doing all the things. There's options. You can help. I can help. We can all help. Let's do this, okay? Happy Lupus Awareness Month. Love you. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow with another episode. Bye.